What a Ghana man. Ghana will be anyone papa. But moving forward, so you need to get a befitting place for the woman to be as a wife. Where you think you are comfortable, don't assume that the woman too can be comfortable there.
Okay.
And a man must prepare to go and marry a woman. It means that when I will provide shelter, somebody knows so I can. I say usika sem jina ho. Say ufi light, uto 30 cedis every day. What do your baby ban? I saw your provision for 90 cedis.
And you 60.
No.
And yet times 2. Sanka ba ko be kan ho times 2.
No. The idea any times 2. Nanka mribi atwam ya adwene say it should be times 2. But baby a kode ba no. Here times 2, here times 3. The idea here times 3 ni say won kwa wo hon the idea atu 30 ni say won kwa wote no. Can you owura room 2 a udum room 1 light. AC no so won kwa wo hon no say AC wo fi a wo so bedroom dia hall dia no so
e bi kra bedroom kra wo na ho da ho.
So you didn't come there naturally speaking within the confines of your home no. Ade ba ko a ukoso ye pa ne say you manage your energy resources in terms of electricity. But a component say oba fufura ni be fie ho na when your light is on at your friend is saying at the hall, it's likely that she will also be in the sitting room or she will leave the AC on in the sitting room and come and be talking to you in the bedroom. So while you are thinking about paying 60 Ghana cedis because you think you are doing double, there might be escalation because at the same time, she might go to the children's room or the guest room and go and put on the AC there because she wants to read something and she won't put the one up there. So making provision for marriage, financially in terms of utilities, no, never double.
Like triple.
Not triple. And by the idea, who did okrum yenu? And the water goes to one crater as usual. No, watch here a week no ori mienu. So your 1 crate of egg. What must say? That's what you did.
Matoton e bi.
I say we no we go board ni fiako.
Me be yi.
Na wa twa me so twa hwe no ma kan ho kra no ani ewu. Et on sana di you know.
Ai. I say me dem nsa na yi.
Ah, okay. Dia bi na nka mu keke.
Na bi. Enti Richard afem betimi apega. Mo be pega coupon na fi ankoma.
The houseboy no be coupon na fi akọ.
Da be yi ko.
Yeah, penny e studio your houseboy.
Say.
You your houseboy na houseboy so she sneakers. Yeah, house girl ni person be set. House girls no be setter.
Obese no.
Na chinye. Obi to say Santo no na house girl. Enti mo nso a enko ye be fa ye gya na. Enti me twan komodie no so. Enti that's so a man must have that sort of luxury of thinking of the way the wife must enjoy the environment. Okay. So that's when you plan to marry a woman, you are planning a garden. Hear me, oh. Any man who decides to marry must plan a garden that is befitting for the status of the woman. Bible says that, and the Lord God created a garden for the man and put the man in the garden to take care of the garden. But in the continuation of creation, the Lord God saw that it was not good for the man to be alone. Nyame wo fuo no mu no obema entumi ndi e wo fuo no mu yi na otumi hwe so otubanche onye obi no ma no wa hwe ne wankasa do nsasi asanke mu a wo yi enukura yanka ade pebi ese okoye na mfam pe bibi mbre fie no se wo kose wo kwa akoye a no kura ni nyame anim you will not have the luxury of going to go and do what you are doing right now me no kasa sesi a something there that's here eti no kura ba ko wo any day here can say it has to be easily understood. Creates a heaven for the woman who is coming to the house to come and marry. Okay. Married. And the kitchen must be a place that she has to have an idea, which means the house setting alone should be a garden of relaxation. You shouldn't have too many restrictions in the house. And I mean, how do you cut your fear? No, so can you? Who be no wedum? Asaso can you? Yes, it's you. When you have that instructions to manage your finances, you are not ready for marriage.
Sir,
you are not ready for marriage.
Until you are here. Na say, yes, can you so so? And you
that then you say, Obani you be on say, can you be a piano? Your body so. No. You should have that luxury and laxity in your mind. Say sana na wo nko a wote no sana wasetena tie no enye sa na oba na ne ba no oba because like poles repel enoma omuntakrase no
omutubom
ba eba na wade mu a enoma omuntakrase no mu nko
omuntimi ntumom
omudi ntokwa. So if you really want to have marriage, a man must have the idea of living with a woman.
Okay.
As a wife. Now, your living with a woman must be as a wife, not as a mother, not as a sister, not as a girlfriend, not as a female. Here it's very well. That's all. Because come on, you know. Oh, I say we so I don't be bisa. But them can say, "Yamu be bere ni yewura wadie mu a ya de mani wura wadie say emiamba."
Okay.
If you pick a woman into the marriage setting as a sister, the marriage will not thrive. It will collapse. If you pick a woman into marriage as a mother, the marriage will collapse.
So me dey me ma me no dey 5 cedis yan kwan tun so je on say so je 5 cedis.
Me that's wo. Who want to say ma me awade mbegu. And that is where the church has gotten it wrong. Your wife must be your mother. It's a wrong model. You don't look for motherhood in your mother, in your wife, sorry.
Okay.
This is my wife. And the expectations that you had between your father and your mother should not be the expectations you have between your current wife. So a man preparing to marry must have the idea of living with a wife, not a sister, not a girlfriend, and not a mother.
Okay.
The other part is that if you have the idea of living with a wife, that is where you are able to prepare for a wife.
Nti on twempana da kro ntimi wa.
There be empranti ni awade enyape.
So you should have the idea. So utimi nya adwene say obi adwene akwan so hu kwan e befa so na oba atena.
And sa asetena no ye wo kwan ye fa so di oba atena. Ene kwan ye fa so di oyire etena.
So you don't say oba.
There be oba asetena ne say mo nuaba. Me nuaba omubu omonsa. Me nuaba omuntumi fo omonsa embo omokoko. Eso mo onufu e be ye won ya. Me nuamba omo wa hip enti enya atade bia na omutumi hye me nuamba no enya bibia na omutumi fa wo soro me nuamba no enya de bia na omutumi na mgirigiri omo nante ye choro wan enti me sua sene ye ne oba etna is different from learning how to live with a wife.
Okay.
Enti me say no me sua sene oba ye ne oba etna enti say be ma no me nim say oba bu ni nsa bosumi bia e na oba bu ni nsa o mood swings. Me say na ka mood swings o twa
say de enya hi kura ye na hi.
Eto le bia ade a o timi sori anopa mo
do bia besre no no
okay e san se wabu ni nsa ana twika se mu odun se okọ afikyire what as here enti okọ afikyire dia de ekosi ni se eto le bia nyama bebre wo ho a ontumi nye enti me wasanti ase no me wanti ase se oba me nuamba ma me ne omote no omo ne me ne enyepe.
Okay.
When you learn how to live with a female, you know that they have soft voice. So I live with a female, I learn to work with women, or women, not my wife, that they have the feminine touch of voicing and talking. And to omo kasa, omo nye dede ti se me. And to woni oba kasa, and I'm no kasa, umbi wa no kasa. No. Umbi za na sem.
Richard, mama je we ni fa enwo ni si ja so ma me na. Na si yi jan ni fi am pato enwo no. Vida.
They are so konane ningo.
Me konane ngo na.
They are tija man. Okoji nwa konane ama. House boy anyway.
Monye ngo no konane ma me na.
Today my setup is different and I hope you might be enjoying it as well because it is Ghana man we decided to cook today. So they are going to
Mamufa Jenny no mutwa Jenny no enguma me. Na mufa anye. Nti councillor. Na oto ento ankomo no so. So
you have to learn how to live with a female before you come to the extent of coming to learn how to live with her. Ade also dey
kakra twi kontombre nim.
Ade ede na ema ne
na yese emu aye eyi kakra.
Asante fo so mudi nyama bi o.
Se unse ye pe unse kontombre no. say any ma
bi dey been your send no we am you to akọ so me share you metal na where been tie komo na me di no. So at the end of the day you have to learn how to live with a female and know the features of a female. Kai say oba embobo gidi I say what men can do.
Women can do.
Those ones they are feminine mentality of deficiency. But for kasa maka kese ni nyina kire say ye te sa kasa no ni ye gina sa kasa no so a emma ye nko ye nim.
Okay.
What a common as ha. Na de to so bio ye ko ye nim ani esua say oni oba te a kai say ene emma akono eni mema akono enye pe. Adie bi a wo bema eye wo fe e wo sitting room ho no oba na say anytime.
Baby a ode wade bi beto no ono hu obi ye fio.
Obi ye fio no de sie yie ama. What am I say? Enti oba asede say onyo yire no. A simple things that what they do men don't do.
Okay.
So no man can compare himself to a woman, not a wife. I want to establish it clear, and so the fact that you can mash this thing well doesn't make you a woman.
Okay, yeah. So bet me atwi onuma duane no wan nkyere so yo ba.
It doesn't make you a woman.
Okay. And how you yere? Say bia you oba de o ye.
Me di oba ho komo.
Okay.
So the fact that you can mash doesn't make you a woman. You have borrowed a responsibility and a duty of a woman, not a wife. So when a man wants to marry, he has to learn how to live with a woman, then marry a wife.
So who say no betimi no batana? And sana wa okay.
So preparing to live with a woman and a wife. Most of the time, what we lose is that because you know how to do this as a man, you think even you a man, you know how to do this. A woman should know. No. When I maintain what say about what you want. Say what we jabanche. Say bema. Na me mpo bema mpo me jabanche. No. So know how to live with a woman before a wife. Preparing to marry, you have to learn how to live with. And so say unyame ya wadom na wunya ubusua ufimo no ya wama e wo bema wo mu a dan so eno so boa. If you say hone ma wo kwan ma wonim sena yetna ene ma ete. What you say?
Okay.
Yemu bebre ne yenwanu mo ba ene omote no enimgu ase asem kese ade say omo ye omo de ate say bema. Na obaya na de say bema eno nkire say wadane bema.
Okay.
Obema so na de say oba eno nkire say wadane ba.
Say me twi mo ko nkire say.
Wonyo ba. What you say? Eti ebinie, so learn to live and know how to live with the female who is a woman. Now, the next thing is that as you learn of them, then when you are planning to marry them to become wife, you create the atmosphere for them. Our problem why we can't marry and last long is that, unfortunately for us, Dan, so we don't know how to play the role of moving women into wife environment. Me say, Obana wo ware no. And yes, sir, oh, ware wunya ba. So don't compare your wife to your sister.
Okay. And they do need their cancer. So I said,
when you know something we can't show.
I said, me friend, on say me the money. It's the answer. Me person me didn't know better. No, I said me share some money. Didn't know. Far level and I said to say answer.
And chinche wa yet mindi.
And chinche with the cancer be there na.
Until you dey say na chinche wa be there na.
Obe manage.
And you be di.
And the froyo no.
That's all.
Moko wumu ro.
O say dey be ko wum. And you me da was say me kan hwe mpo na ko ba say me ye ba be hwe wa.
Oh David, hwe sa.
Say me ko nyi ya dey do.
Oh nya say moko na abro so but
apetition o dey ni bi.
Oh David.
And say manyame. Then stop it. So the problem we have is that we come back into the marriage setting and then we compare our sisters to the women we are married as wife. Don't. Now, your mother has a way of treating you. it doesn't mean your wife should treat you that way. My brother, you are not marrying your mother. You are not marrying your sister. There was a certain girl you are going out with who didn't have a brother. So when he sees you, he wants to treat you like a king. You are not a king. You see the problem here? Now, that is where the problem is with marriage. We assume that this is how it's done and it must be done so. But our expectation on the person must be clearly defined.
My name is Papa Tiano, Debia, or no leptin. And Tiano, Samuel, so Mikunu no leptin. Yanasa. And I make us say, our dear Yokomuno, Yamped your knee and pet. And then no more motakla said to boom. But about our dear more, and no more motakla said, won't me wallet. They don't progress. Eti na sha tribe bankers are tribal marriage no. You will try to me no be wale a omo nya property. Tribe be so me no wale a omo nya property na wade gu. Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Say I beni a ware nkrani a awade ni gina no mo nya japade.
Aden.
E san say enkranfo titiru no omo ni mbre japade.
Okay.
I before so omo ni mbre japade. Baby omo te no omo person metena ho a. Okay. They have a lot of likeness together. For that matter, progress becomes difficult. But Sankrani wala Santinia. A Santinia ni brea or benya japadi entine. A man crani de biaro. The 9 1 or 2 manu superbie. I said, only a Santini bate ho. All of a sudden, no. Or sit down when you crum send a beer that ye banamoko hamon that hotel. When you be ada. Whenever be ada. And I said, ye can see a passe. Ni mammy fear on your dine or sir. Et ni mammy fear no so. And then crack every da hopa. What I say. So the tribal marriage is a whole discussion on its own. So one, as we are speaking, a man must learn how to live with a female, and as a result of living with a female,
intimidate and
then a woman.
A Jenny,
Auntie Angoni
Jenny, and what go if you go so. Edian and I ready.
I think control friend, why and I go to boom, control boom. Abom just a boom.
I know the boom where you put on the boom money pa. Debbie. And if you cast at the boom, we are not their boom. At the Intimobia, and the several plates. Yan several plates. I said, Mammy K. Dear, what it is on a good on their hand, on also dear no. I told dear. A tunnel. But here, who's out here? What I want to go who's out to a okay, so we are learning, preparing to be a husband, and so far. I think that we've come to a point where we have understood that the reason why our marriages are not standing is that we don't understand the women we are living with. And the women too have not got, but we are treating the men today. So the next thing you need to know is that you need to know the traditional values in the family you belong to. Okay. So before you make a decision preparing to marry, you need to understand that the women in your family are not the same women in another man's family. For you to go and look for a wife, don't move to town and look for the type of woman you have in your family. Then so the whole picture of a man to take care of a woman and to make sure a woman will enjoy will only happen when the man understands the woman. And yes, so and yes, so you be dodo. And I'm kind of saying, he's too much. No, and yes, so the difference are not the same. And a man will be able to provide for the wife befittingly, especially when he understands this is a woman. Kai say, I before jade, any asante for jade, and yepe. So what am I care? Yama be wa who had mujade who have said, asante for jade no. Momoni a bomb, prekesa a bomb. I beni a jade. Ochi prekese. O wale mefa. Prekese wunya da. Ebi nkofi.
Momoni.
Ti so di na bonten.
And to me di na di ban so betu enum sai so fi na no wanum kon.
And tu ko di ba won fia no.
Enye so on fia. Wa wunim say me fa ka so da je momoni. E wo ya sure da. So when you are creating, immediately you tend to be creating an atmosphere. House boy, you're dead.
Or boy, me power.
I don't know who to be in control sexual desire. I didn't want for house girl.
I thought the beer, and yen in an ye. And their Canada pen and me be twitcher de.
It's not a house help, dear. House help, dear, Unya Yanka. Bema, yeah. Okay, if you do, I will say, you mean if you're not setting in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still teaching and I'll learn very soon because I don't know whether today MFA has a right for you to be picking. And you worry about now what Busiana say, or setting up a kitchen that is befitting to the woman you are getting married to.
Okay.
So, the other thing is that a man planning to marry must learn to know that you are now going to learn how to eat the food of your wife.
Okay.
You don't eat your food.
Can't ask me why you're on visa.
Do you normal?
Okay.
And I bet be a so only maybe an university piano. What is our I said, only Okoba for it was sorry them. And I bet my so only be a say so. So when Shanyan son, you bread.
Oh.
Yes, it's part of the teaching.
Okay.
It is not wrong for a man to know how to do what you are doing. But if you know how to do what you are doing, you need to learn how to manage this thing you are doing so that it will not conflict with the principal duties of the woman you are married to.
Okay.
I don't know if somebody understands the conversation. All I'm trying to know is that know the role play of the woman and know the role play of the man so that we don't cross carpet. When we cross over to another person's jurisdictional disputancy, a man obani useless.
Okay.
What must say? Say obama ya boom. Oya kitchen. No abeji. Now oh yeah. Oh my instruction. Oh chile we ni nyama. And say so obama nwe aduane say na wo pen.
Okay.
Hear me oh. In marriage, a woman must not cook your meal the way you like it.
So yeah, the
woman must cook the way she likes it. And you, the man, must learn how to eat what the woman has cooked. Etina sa wo ya ibenia. Enya afi na be impress say onsua sene de prekese ye nkwan. Wo favorite aduane no. O yiri nimu noa. Actually, so when I been one man who or pano and woman because our dear the end person did that. So your mind of marrying is not to continue eating what you have been eating.
Okay.
But your mind is to go and learn how to eat something else. So if I cross to go and marry an Ewe, if I cross to go and marry somebody else from the northern region, if I cross to go and marry somebody, I am not going. I hear people say, now the nanko kumasio. So no ma make continue na watch me and son. Send be obesua sene ye abomu. Send be obesua sene ye to. E say me de medua na media ne to. Medua na media ne abomu. E say onsua nua de a ne da wade na be to for my empower. Those things doesn't make marriage work. Why? Because one of the most important things in our life is that we are going to get married, and by virtue of the marriage principle, you need to learn how to live with a woman and learn what it is. So marrying even from a different tribe will not let you know how to eat a plan.
Yes.
What does it? Me akule no be first one, we bet me hwie. Ube di second one, obo be hyehyw. What must say?
Ba odi to aso e be fa.
Na amfa kura be di.
Ube di. Said the open fire.
I mean, ube di. What does it? Eti, why were you sending ba? You don't even one on one. One of the things you should learn is that when it comes to marriage, the woman would like to cook her best meal for you to eat. But the best meal of your wife might not be your best meal.
Okay. Some free baby na maba. Nya be sia. So bia wa de atete no. Nya obia no ne atre na num.
Medase. Enti wo mba wa de asen so ma wo meto so ndi de onimdi. So you have to study the family you come from. Study the traditional rudiments of the family you belong to. Enti say we enkrani na be ma person ware a. Say won kran yo nyama na se. Unyamba na oni omoten kranfo no. Suase na omote. I feel that you also want to be able to learn the things that are no-go area of your family. Know the dislikes. What does it? Nim ebusiana wo be ma no dom ne chi.
Nya wo mo pe ne ne mo mpe.
Ubusua chiwade ne nim.
Eso hu.
Dan so se wo nim wabusua na odom no, wo nim wo chiwade a ebe ye din so be nyo ba wale. All this thing I'm saying is so that the man can understand the woman that he's living with. Most of us, we go into marriage and we have no understanding for a woman. We have no understanding from our family background. I say we need to be near Bana Medinetino or go worry no wo no. Now what she di kind no. Ni kruna busuafo ebe ye ABCD. Ye busua sa ne ye no. Na sua se enkranfo amamre. Eni agbefo amamre.
Senate
pe. Eti die se wo ti wa busua na se ansa na awale no. Se na bia bibisi wo busua mu a, obetima kire o yire de se okoye.
Okay. Say ye hodie. You what's you say na so ye. Say na so ye. And ya fe no akodu ho no na akoye niguase.
Na yankasa wo yire na bom. She is a stranger into your family. So you must learn the things in your tradition and your family very well so you can teach her. So a man preparing to marry is not just because I want to have sexual intercourse. And yes, I made a mistake more thing. And yes, I say, but you need to understand the family you belong to. Ni baby a papa fi, ni baby a mama fi dan so ti dem can say. Was born in the idea monsieur ni nim there. Catch so. Se sia o wan we kosua ba ko say. Asante fo amudi kosua bodua. Enche na say there. Mo de ye aduane ma ye di. Na be die pa na say wan de be di kosua. Mami ke wan kosua mo mama ne so abri na ma na. O wine kosua wona mo
as all person says what they are born who bia na
mo gunsan ansa na mo ye no acho for mesra mu
enti
amefa mo bi na ene
fesi na yin so
munja ye mu ni endi to why akonfo aduane kura ye bedi we nya kokko bonsam we ye mami ke ne no aye o ni pa nu aduane a mama na to the num say mami ke na medi one mama ye di ama
acho mo fa
me na me de mano ebe we ye utwitwa pa na me de komana ko ye no. You need to understand the family you belong to. So you need to understand the family that you belong to.
Okay.
So that you be able to know what you are supposed to do finally in the circle of the family that you belong to. That's so no aduane ye wie ma ya akọ de and definitely the husband na bem definitely you be we ye e ma na ye ya akoye. And that's so know the family you belong to. Know where your father comes from. Know where your mother comes from. If your mother and father are coming from the same region, know it. The reason why you have to understand your family issues and your family things is because you are bringing somebody's daughter into the family you belong to.
Okay.
Do you understand?
So obanso a abusuanu so eje ni tum no be gina tum a nia wo kan nyina so oba na ete ase
e abusuanu entumi nji oba na aware na tum o ese usua sa de no wo say your mistake no my family must accept the woman I'm getting married to.
Okay.
No, it's not that they have to accept. The family must let you know what they will not accept. Me see, dan so answer na be ware ni mebusuani chiwa de.
Okay.
Enti yen alikufo
me na me bawo me a me be ware
be ma no
be oba no
kansa wo kwa wade no
be ma me kwa wade no ese me na ese me hu oba no abusua chiwade a na se me mabusua chiwade
wo abusua chiwade. Okay. Enti abusua wo dom no omu chinkranfo a me fa nkrani mba. Abusua wo dom no omu chi aibefo a me nkofa ibeni emba. Abusua wo dom no so mu chi sirem ni a me nkofa sirem ni mba.
Na ekoba sanso ebe den na unse esese inter-tribal marriages and so etimi bua.
Are you the one to come and stop tribal marriages, inter-tribal? Why are you the one?
Etimi bua.
You are not you have not been sent. Nobody has invited you. Be in your corner. Know what the family doesn't want. We hate Ewes because Ewes like you do. We hate Ashantis because they like Diabo. So don't go. We hate Gas because they don't like progress. Know the family's detestable issues so that you don't bring anything to the family. You know, you don't catch a bird, remove the feathers, and bring it to your father and say, well, for me, I know you are wise. I know you are this. So show me the type of bird. Me ya no man no takra and fa metro we just say, una when you say one way, and be ni. Know the family you belong to. Know the dislike of the family. Ubusha fochi ai before. Me ko ware ai beni.
Famfa ho.
Men ko bisa o pasade na mhia before. Debi.
musu kese pa
men go bisa the woman say one year ni mo say o share before men fa ibeni mba that's so sua we
ensunsan so bi ebetimi dia ba ne san
ebusua na nim eno fa ho men ko yempo ensunsan so
omo na nim ni nti a omo kasa
asa. So you really need to understand the family you belong to. And I'm a modern person. Me a Christian. Me, I'm a child of God. I'm a Christian. And because I'm a Christian, there are some of these things that I don't want to think about. I mean, my father was a fetish priest some time ago, and I become a child of God. So I don't think about these things. Hey, then so, papa, dinsini. Now, mommy, no, you're comfort. Mommy, you're comfort. Papa, you're dinsini. We are the Benny. We are dinsini ba.
Ba, me dinsini.
We are dinsini ba.
Me ya neba na me dinsini.
We are dinsini ba.
Aye. Oya comfort eba oya comfort ba onya comfort
ba ya comfort ba sese na me papa ye sofo eno nche se me ye sofo what must say enti ontumi mba ye na nkodu pepenso bia ye wonyame bi a ye nya omu fie san se mu akonwa wo fie ho me ma me mu fie no minim se na mu fra ade we ade black ato ye fa no shon black ye di seasonal fruit bi eba tuntum
the hwan ho
ani we black me am mu fie no
dem fa bi nko
wo di wura fie o sesi a krama be pie me catch no
krama be pie fie o krama no ni be bi o se
me ma me mu fie no wo de krama nko ho enne in the next 50 minutes obewu enti what ye chiwa de ni what must say enti say fie bi abusua de ba me na metimu a enya me yire say I like dogs. My pets are dogs. And for me, if I want to go, eti me yire kosra, me nana. Na ye krama me yire kita, me na trake mu di akọ. Me nim ye chiwa de enti, oh fa krama ne nko na krama ne nko.
Okay. Asempa ana welcome.
That's all. Our problem has been that we are going into the marriage, we don't understand the family we belong to. Now hear me. You can be angry, but I'm going to say it. Never marry a man who doesn't know the father. Hey, don't make a mistake. Bema bia obeso wadi bia. Ese uni mo papa. Wewu o know your father.
O me dem papa de minim ne pa. Won ti asebat. Minim
o maami eko kire wo papa even at age 60. Kwesi honest. Produce kwesi honest. So we ma a producer kwesi. Woni me dey call me papa. No dey 42 years. Ni ekọ na adọ sisa ni.
Oh. No must have na adọ.
If you get to know who your father is, any name you have been given must be changed to the traditional name so that you don't marry a woman in a different name. And let me tell you, Ebusia me dom no. Se me tie ye na me ware me fa. Omo papa di, me fa papa di ye common now. Be me bi owo ba bia wo di ni ye common now. Ese se ye be ware wo. Ni ene wo wura aban mu a ye yi wo di ni fi o. Me di name ne da o. Enti me ware na ye ni Mrs. Lokpe a. Efi se me papa ye Lokpe. Na so me ma me ebufuo. Ode me call ye enti no. Oje asantidi ma me efre me kwate. Me nya kwate. Me nya kwate o. Me ye Lokpe me aibeni. Ba me dey asantifo atena kuma se sa me ma me ebufuo enti o hwe me fi papa wonti. Me ni me papa. Tie me kwa ko ware ye me fa sisi a. E so ye Mrs. Lekpe enya Mrs. kwate.
That's that time no na wo so wasesa aba abenya abefa Lokpe na na.
Enti because sa Lokpe ni ntem. Because Lokpe fo nhira na me be nam. Enya kwate fo nhira. Kwate fo nhira na emboa me.
E bia be ka ho ama na ye.
Emboa me. Me ma me na ye kwate. Me nya kwate.
Denyo nya kwate na wo.
Enti se ye kwa enti se me oba e hu. Wo oba e hu pa. E san se ti. Se me ye Lokpe na me ai beni a. Ye ba be me ho ade a. E se ye before ma me ma me. Ne san se me ma me. An fa me ma me papa mu nti no. Ye ko ya sante fo ma me ma me. Sa wade ni nya wade.
Wachini nta wachi.
Sunsun wiase no wale ye. Eja wade ni njira.
Aye asempa. Kansala. Asem kese pa.
The most important thing you need to know is that a man must do what I call expedition to his family's kingdom. A man must definitely get ready to make sure that you have what we call expedition to your family's kingdom. Don't surprise yourself. Don't surprise yourself by not knowing the family that you belong to. Know the traditions. Know the rudiments. Know what it entails to be an Ashanti as a man before you decide to go and get married. The next one is that because you know where you're coming from, you need to have a solid religious background. That's all. Answer na be si wa bi mpise o person wa no. Ese wunya fapem gina pa bi a wugina e ba no som esom
honhom asem
esom enye honhom asem esom.
Okay.
You need to have a religious inclination. You need to have a faith that you belong to. You don't have to be faithless before you make a decision to marry.
So ofie akom na wo ho a.
Say akom and ogidi. My name say akom for.
Okay.
So your religious fraternity is part of your expedition to the family's kingdom. Say uko hu say papa hanofi busua we no doma wan ko hwa e bi mpo a na otu akonwa so. E bi mpo na ye wo na say de bia wo ma konfo no wo ma boso
nkonwa na aduane. Ya kan say ye koma nkonwa aduane.
Etie bia wo na wo kasa ma nkonwa no. Ebusua no wo na nkonwa no fa mu e na eka. Eya me maba DJ Lewe. Me na meti akonwa so. Nana kasa won kwa ye ka agirime no
kwa na ate
nana se me ma ento mo se ohi oba tuntum a ne mpokwa sisi so a be ma fa ne nsan Canada na de ne teacher ma pe na aka na se na ye fa nya aduro we na akonya
eno nkonya na be kan sa so
akonya tumi bise bibia
edin counselor
akonya bi bisa so oboba ye de ne da ahomache ansa na ne kunu ko aduma na wo ko
akonya be no eno akonya efiri hin
asantefo akonya ne ba ko
eno obu counselor
na be so ke wo say sa akonya no na ate ano but once you didn't have connection to your family's kingdom you have lost that connection you will be wo sunsuma your friend oppression oppression come can say oh eno mami ke
enhyeso
there be oppression yes so mami ke wo hia wonti twi ye brofo na wonti enye twi na wonti oppression ye dey
me nim sani me kiremu se
me fa so wonti twi o se na wan hwa kan oppression say enye say ye hye wo so enye say ye di wo so but enhyeso
na cancer
enye ye hye wo so
no ye say ye di bibi ye shawa mu wa ye bibi nya sa enye sa na wote ye
sa de na e hye wo enye nipa
okay ye de niam bi e hye wa
na so enye nipa
okay
but situation you are under situational oppression because you didn't do what we call the expedition to the family's kingdom. Ebusuan adom no unni. Enti dan so nyame me se aduane na be
sisi ade aben counselor
me nim po se mu bie lines na mo ye
enti
me nim
ye aduane na aben
enti awade asem nkomo no so
nkomo no so enti
embe share
de ya ne de phone lines no yentimi mie phone lines no enti ye aduane no na ye be kɔ ne akakudi
ayo but dem be pola aduane wa na no ayi me bo a enti wa na e kan hwe
sane wo ha idie
ba bodam
oh come on now so what ya na ma no aduane dia me digu mu bia hu
eh to o ba be se be abosume wo di fie di na
o ma di be so e to de
abusuan ci wa de pa oba kama we aye to o ba be di ma yi na hwe fom na me danso aya bom
kama se enti
adefo
ye
me amu me poanse no ma di Ghana man be di to na bi twa hwe me na ba ku
e se unim se kuna du de on se fitinro anu nyina
wengunsa na ya musunya danso nim se duane wo be no ayegunsa te no
etoka ho
asantefo fa nkosua nya aduane
oh
ntu ya uya santini Now when you become Kusia, who says you maybe? And then so I'm not up to speed. The knowledge for today.
Counselor,
preparing to be.
And Ediani will be a cast of winnie.
Ose.
Ediani is any of my own tuni. We mean Sano.
Where they?
Kobe no.
Now where they?
Kusia.
When is by you?
A day.
A person of a Kusia this year, Kobe.
Oh, tea. Ediani come say.
Where they?
Pay na me dia me twitwa to ho no enti ene we amanse e ba kitchen
then
amanse e ba kitchen
when your kitchen ka amanse e ba jade mami ke wo
enti ami ke be bana obama ye enti
abuso fo na tumi ja no me ka yo enti ahwefo ba bi e bi no e wo nkrofo mbedi
enti se nkofo de o mo mbedi de omo doso
na husband no fo we ko
enti
me ko amofo ngu me ka no wai
o de aka no be ko
enti se me de aka no me beta aye twa ko mi twa na mi di no no enti mo fa de ye twa no ngu me ka
okay enti
so 0277609644 is always the number. That's my number. Unfortunately, next week in our Ghana month, we are building you to understand your Ghanaian tradition. If you are in the United States of America, your children must understand the tradition before marriage. It's unfortunate that the beautiful lady that I work with every time is a challenge. And also, I hear about one best minimum microphone. One said, "Ne, we Ghana man kitchen. We kitchen setup no." And look very traditional.
Yeah.
Enti efia komia e wo ho.
Yeah.
So wale oba de ba ofie. Na oba na request for efia komia menka so yakurasi di. Because akomia wo tena so di twi ade we. Wo tena de metena so di twi a wo benya spine injury. So in common ye di no, you need to understand the setting of marriage so that you don't fight women when they come into your life. What do I say? Aduane a wudi yesi abomu no yegu edi bom
ebu ne de abom
enti ye ntimbo bia enti mo kita mu plate me ba twa asanto ma so mo ye fasting ne o
enti na isa asanto ani bi no
mesremo enti ehwe what ma say asanto ma sorry no mo ye fasting ne enti mo nhwe se ombu ondi bi ese ne be ya anko say akom kire no o ja na dan so ade mienu esi so so e dey
we yensa fufu na pito nti yensa fufu ni epito eno na eno pe ye de ebe ye
na me na asese a me kire kom
so ye wonsa fufu ni pito ho
so
ye nse kra ni
me da mo nyina ase na
ye kra
so ni se ade ba ko a ewo ye ho abusua me dom no se obi ade ma oda na ase me fa akwanya kesi so na menda CEO asepa na me ni nama last week no me ko no achi eburu ni nkate ore
okay
bi ma me
o ma eburu ni nkate
obi a mo CEO ya de pa nti mu nya den ti se obi a me ni wo nti o ma me eburu ni nkate me nkasa be da na asepa ba bi ewo bi a me see ye di afe ni nyina e fa ye artwork and the mommy Merry Christmas. So the picture share design design when you know Henry they sending me Merry Christmas. But last week Friday me kwa me care man now see you appear. Oh counselor, Merry Christmas. No we in cut me bro. And sebi. And me sample no me sa eso sign nsa enti the academy the CB care man. Enti bo me na me da we see you as the word don say no ma.
Enti na namponsa. Counselor Lutot say na coupon show so man interior. Enti counselor you do na you ready.
Aben. Enti
yebedi.
Na eduane say nsu de udi wi a den na say wo ye.
Udi wi a.
Ubeda.
So udi wi a ube so koye adwuma.
Ampesi no so aben apesi na nkyere won
ya apesi na ben
so just say bi an enim kala na ye den
we body kama he kama
we dey body ben
ti de me yi bi agu plate no so de he
e begu plate
e begu plate so
mama fa gu aban so
am say aha say no ye nya ahaban na e begu nka body ahaban e na esanka ye de gu so ye de kanja
e di
on say by na sesa kala kakra kontomre na me di gu so no enti ama kontomre no o emaware
oyire nso otewase
otemi ase pa
ese uni lita make asa no uyi body no uye uni mse na 70 won say wa shicha ne kama Obebia owo fufuo ma ne kunu a otwa kontrol kese gubo mu bia no be se ne kunu mu ntam
ti amefa wensia onse nti
bayire mi
bayire ne yemiensa body emi nti sania we nipa baako ede
na ase we yendi shima
dabi
asante amamre mu no eye
abomu nti nka we kura no nka yenyi kegumu se ya ne atena ho nti yi ana odi abomu na udi.
Yes, I'm saying you're not one in your poison there. You know, sports never boom. Send me the
me. Oh, I don't know. Me no. Haya sa oti ha na me no ai.
Media me. Me.
Na wonti haya na me no bibia.
Mr.
Okay. Councillor say onti ha. And I nti wo de sane be ya. Councillor be hu say
me.
Enka we ka sanka obi na edi kan be ka hwe.
Media me enye sa de me say. Ubu dia.
Mami nyi mebu. Me de no me san apai mu me bu a me pay mu na me de abom me de bo abom ni na se
na wedi abin
apple I come on
enchi no wom
nsem ka do za mama ni nti man fan tene foforo bia
nti wa fan china ngu
ansan tunti enso dia encho no ye
nti baye na bu ya
na brother na me bu ya na
fa baye na so e o je sa abin
bibia e kama
oh mami ke efie bosom ndi no pa wo Yesu dim
ndi no danza bra
why
oh bra
ka to le hwe
bibia e kama kra nti
Suzy ba ai na igberi jo ka antifo aduadi di obe hu say aye we
Suzy bare na ben atono sunu so te ya na ya bibia nko so na buso
Suzy
na
atono de obedi a
woni tane be ho so
ya ho so se na edidi
be nka ba kati
antifo de obedi wi anom ho mo sa 0277 609 644 0277
Madam Fudi
09 644 0277 609 644
Councillor Madam Fudi na sama na oka o se udidi wie no anhoro nsa na makobeko wani na obedidi aseso
ena nga santifo ohoro mo sanso na wadidi enwo didi a ena mo ohoro
eto no so nim se na yedi no
mo ne na mami ke kire na abosonfo ne
so on se na odi no no eto otia yebo
okay enti
umia on se eto tu umia ne se o de so on se umia na
no aye jina yie na mami ke yie se omi aye no omo piano ti ko
ti na aye sei na o de
meni su premium ana wudi to na meni su chimi aja fo emi ti agro meni su chimi ato ya mo ye me fa pa go bi za go mi ana be ya
enti
na wudi mu se wudi mu sa enkrofo ekọ party ni ayeto ya ye pepele ya ye apapresa obusi abusufo bia enkrofo ndi
ntomu ni
etomu ni o enkeka goso egusu a yesi awo aba enti gina yie mami ke ka hwe Suzy bibi anya ya igbe
Suzy
onya igbe ni efro Suzy wo ye ne be ni
nti Suzy Suzy di na arafo yaduane no aben eni yedi no yedi bom
mesra me kom me chire kom I want to be say fasting
okay
it means say fasting and at the end you take away yedi bom enti omdi abom
enti say ya na
Suzy aben
ya no
kasa na ade na wo hayo
Ebiani so wenu ma won kasa.
Enti me mene aso wa kasa. Enti de odi aben. Onya
pa.
Eden ekoye.
Enti
Suzy na akato no di na twese betwa ahwa.
Suzy
Wie.
Oya nkranfo nso. Omo na omo ni goso ya no abodua. Omo se nkrani bodua. No se ko amone ma bobo wo. No kita goso ya na. O de ba hwefo mo you say cafe ya no a. O de bo abo ko ya.
No afadi.
Ei. Mo fo kwa de obedi biara. Mo ne be kan hwe.
Enti
Mama ko fo de. Hey. Mumra na bra. O se Ghana mat bra. Come here bra. Ajefo. Bra Hawaii.
Enti Auntie Camille so aba. Fa we see plate we. Na twesio.
The man was so to the video.
Oh. Auntie Camille. O de kente ne betena se abedi eh. Ko bi no ho nti.
O saboda for papa. Oh. We are comfort right. Men di toro why. O say we are down.
Odi to kan ho a.
The way down.
Odi to kan ho a be de no be.
Yeah, we nya fashion we down. This is mental deficiency. That's so. We take it for. Yeah, be titi here. Maybe you penny o me kwala titi no. You say a down. We nya flow, we are mad. We dey kokko men di ton. Men di ton. I'm sorry. Kodi a person fa ko bo men di ton. Men ko
hello auditor na no be fa no preko.
Hey. Men yana men ko.
Eti ma Camille show na amfa there be fabo we.
Men di ton.
Plastic bone back on mo fama me. Why? Person ohro ne nsa na obedi.
Ana wa wo sansa na wa. So ko ko.
Ntim samo.
Me dream show crowd. Ti say boda.
Enti
Funny face.
Auntie Brana Auntie Brana be dinner oronsa.
So we are in a Ghana month. We are enjoying everything Ghana.
Na councilor Nyankopon ya aduma so Monday wo ha.
Aye.
Ezo na oba be hosti kan wadwena.
Kawaje.
No. Councilor na oba be oni mo be ba be kan na dwene wo Monday ye dwumadi no so. Ti Nyankopon ya adum a hwe yen Monday Dr. Laikiba Amankwa Trump oba councilor na nkasa ginamu kum chacha wa ha na hwe se councilor ni kum chacha na the councilor be wie kan wadwene be wie
me menti kubeda na mo ye Ghana manta kum chacha wati kube nkranti wonya credential na mo de mebe host
the enta wo dia host nko
kum chacha wa krasi mi nya krasi
go wo dia host nko
Ghana no
wo ga
ra wonya krasi 0277
okay enta busia hana ya de dwumadi no nyina
na one can share
Camille un kan he na dibina yanko
yes when di talk
Camille kan he no ya de dwumadi no nyina esia
Monday betimi yanko why
ya da GTP ase say wonum kan ye ho na ye di dwumadi ebre o so na ye da Magic Eba Hospital for acid ko honum wanum ato a untimi ni di wanum ato a untimi ni di de si yen so mami ke edro na wo ye no ne reaction ne kakra
so ye ko obi achro obi akata de ni ohu ke ni tiri ni wo kata de ni
enti ye da se so hwe ye Nyankopon ya adom a ye be san esi adwada hia ye stars ni nyina ebeba ha se ya ye no ba be di nyuma no bidi ni amanse ba kwadwo dan so bia me ne mami ke na ye fi ase anope ya be so wo Nyankopon ya adom e be hia biam yakra.
All right, so thank you very much, and then we are look at the food. So show them the food so that they didn't see the food.
Auntie,
so viewers, as you look through your food, I read some.
Aduane we na maye. Maya, counselor say, aduane no odi a de be nde moti ha munyina mo hwe. Ye ne counselor nyina na tia na ye aduane no. Enso osi oni. Enti oni a. Feminine
nana masi feminine mental deficiency. Feminine mental deficiency.
Enna ho han ho.
Emba bi mu yale.
Eno wo han ho.
Yeah. When you Ghana, where down, no. In the olden days, when you have this fiber optic hair, and yet so see the hair. This is a sign of madness. Ghana, you are a nation's asset. I will soon send you my mumu. Yes, my mumu number is 050 055 0005077 055 0005077. What must say? na aduane na mahu o dan so na no aye na eto na mame kenu anwie ne yanko bisa samanfo om de om se abonitiko ntesi ano wetimi andi munja bi man na wondi na kase mo mame mekase gusu ase na yakọ eto na si ono esi abosonfo aduane na so mame kai very kama very colorful nice one okay we also have here birds of the same feathers they fight in marriage. Wow, that's the statement. Put it on your status. Birds of the same feathers they fight in marriage. I like the statement. That's very, very good. This girl, the girl is not mad. Okay. An ewe, is it? I'm an ewe. I'm ewe. And what you are saying about the property is true. We don't really care about that. Yes, when you marry an ewe, you don't buy land in Trasaco. I been in a land guard bomb assassin when one assassin afa. And Cranny, Mokoto assassin near pray one. Where? Atabia go. What she pon harm? Okay, no go ba. Okay, no go ya. Anyu mo gbe onu wo yo. Enti, amu trebusu afie mu. En kan fa wa de no. What you say? Ade aye test kakre. Mu di agora. Maybe na Suzy are main for 3 days. Very true. So all the messages coming. Thank you very much, Sakite Mabel. Thank you very much, Adwapa. I am sure your silver is full in the mouth, in your mouth now. Yes, I don't know. I'm feeling very dizzy. I didn't eat some of the talk, but it is the metabolism. We are building. So it's true. The injection will definitely give you some reaction. Let's not joke about it. As I'm sitting, I feel dizzy about it, and so it's true. So what happened to Mami K? I'm just passing jokes. But it's the reaction of the injection that she took. It's good you go for it. After, when she comes out of it, it means that she has finished building the antibodies and coronavirus will not have anything to do with her. This girl with the fiber optic hair, I'm going to make sure she will also go and take the injection. Send her the 3 year bodam and then they become amako take it. Charles Ofer Palm, thank you very much. Oh, Charles, thank you so very much. Remember that I am still here with you, Councillor Lutrot. May I end my story here with you? Be prepared before you get married. Evelyn Chagan, thank you so much for coming. Gloria Aku, thank you so much for coming. Ya Ofran, thank you very much for coming to this particular show. Cynthia, thank you. You are shy of the thing. Thank you, Joycelyn. Thank you, Nana Amma. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Eric Alote. Counselor, there are a lot of men down there. They don't know why they don't know where their father's house is because they are using their stepfather's name. And they say and said, and their stepfather's name, they said they belong to the mother's family. You can't belong to your father's family. You cannot belong to your father's family. You have to belong to your father's family. Counselor, one question for you. I am from the central region and my boyfriend is from the northern region. Is it good to go out with someone like this? My brother, 0277 609 644 0277 609 644. Call me so that I tell you whether I can marry this girl from the north once you are coming from the central region. God bless you so much. Let me say a big thank you to my wife for my clothing line, and say a big thank you to Bodyline Clothing for my singlet and my down, and say thank you to Mr. Young for my new shoes that I'm wearing. Remember that my new best friend NBF for Fresh Birth is still there. And then the baby boom for the grab water from zero is still there. Tomorrow is Sokohima's naming ceremony. And I'm giving all of you direction to come because the president said we should do 25 people. And the plan is that we are using 25. So we are doing 25. The adoring is at, La Paz Community Hospital. When you get to La Paz Community Hospital, just opposite, that's what we are doing the naming ceremony. Sokohima awo, edin tour, ochina anopa 8 o'clock. Get to La Paz Community. When you get to La Paz Community, you will see the noise going on. 25 people are gathered on TV set. 25. We are all going to Sokohima naming ceremony. It is 1 year. Council Fan Club. We launched it last year, and it's 1 year now since we are doing the fan club on Telegram. Go and download Telegram on your Facebook or on your phone, and then look for Council Fan Club. That is how we started. Asantwa mendito. Well, you say abusunfie na ufi. Obi po a ne nua be ma na fi abusunfie. A ene o kan to hwe. Omo de omo nsa wonani. Na wo asantwa woni to, woni nufo. ye di to ube di to wo de atere nso na edi umbu na nanom akonua enye mu de ade bi di agro ube ku akole ahye ye ndia ye den mo ma me nko wa ma nko hanye eto ye de nsa na edi mami ka emia ni sei abusuafo de omusa hye na so wo de atere be ye na omu de atere wo wanum mogya ye de fa Ghana fo munsua mamre ni amane me ko man ko asembesi ochina ye yeso ima adore akola no onse so go ima mani agi ese so go ima wo nya fesa akola no ye fe pa so go ima ne to otisa asanto a ono so anufuo onibi na akola no ho fe pa na daache be papa sen so go ima ese so go ima bre ansa na be ma se ne pe ge ho fe o si dwema enkrofo bepe no wen wa asanto ada me the picture be to Facebook sesia ge no ho time papa ge no ho time papa na so be ne den oya nipa yento ne ntwunu efia hwase ne ga mpoti fie na asanto a na me nhira ma bia mo bia 0277 609 644 0277 609 644 me ko na duane enu a ye de enye poison me ndi ma kire come by force bye bye